Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about a very useful topic of Spring Boot, that is Spring Boot scheduling. So the first question is, what is scheduling? Scheduling is a process of executing the task for the specific time period. It means if we want to run any task at a specific time period, then we need to use this Spring Boot scheduling concept. Spring Boot provides a good support to write a scheduler on the Spring applications. The two annotations which are used to define a scheduler in Spring Boot applications. So by using these two annotations, we can achieve a scheduling concept in Spring Boot. The first annotation is enable scheduling annotation. Is used to enable the scheduler for your Spring application. So these annotations we need to use at class level on our main class. And the second annotation is scheduled annotation, is used to trigger the scheduler for a specific time period. So these annotations we use at method level. Type of schedulers. So the first type of schedulers is fixedDelay. So fixedDelay scheduler is used to execute the task at a specific time. It should wait for the previous task completion. The value should be in millisecond. A sample code is shown here. So this is the example of fixedDelay scheduler. Here we are using this schedule annotation, and we pass one parameter here. That parameter name is fixedDelay, and here we passing the time in millisecond. So what is fixedDelay? FixedDelay means we can say it delay a particular time. It just provide a particular time gap between the end time of the first task and the start time of the second task. So this is called fixedDelay scheduler. And so let's switch to our Eclipse IDE. So I already created one project for saving our times, and all the code are already written here. So here is the pom.xml, and in this pom.xml there is only starter web annotation is there. Okay, and here is our main class. So inside the main class, at the top of this class, we need to use this enable scheduling annotations to enable the scheduling concept in our application, Spring Boot application. And here is the main method, and here I defined one count variable, and this is the method fixedDelay example. So just uncomment this code. So on method level, we use this schedule annotations, and we pass the parameter fixedDelay and time in millisecond. So in this code, we just take one SOP statement to just show when this method is started, and here we are taking one loop, and inside this loop I am printing the value of I, and I am using here thread.sleep for 1 second, and when this loop ends, then we are printing this statement scheduler end, and then making this count plus plus. Okay, so just start it. And let's see the output of fixedDelay scheduler. So here the method is started and it printing the for loop for 0 to 9, and then scheduler ends, and then the next, after waiting for 1 second, it will start the next scheduler. Like you can see, after ending it wait for 1 second and then start the next scheduler. So this is the example of fixedDelay scheduler. It maintain a gap between the end time of the previous task and the start time of the next task. So without completion of the previous task, it would not start the next task. So this is fixedDelay scheduler. So let's comment this and go to our next scheduler, which is fixedRate scheduler. So fixedRate scheduler is used to execute the task at the specific time. It does not wait for the completion of the previous task. The value should be in millisecond. So it says in fixedRate scheduler, it start the task at the specific time period without waiting the previous task to complete. Okay, like in previous fixedDelay scheduler, it first allowed to complete the previous task, then it will start the next task. But in fixedRate, it not wait for completion of the previous task. So this is the example of fixedRate scheduler. Okay, same example, but only difference is here in add schedule annotation we are using fixed rate. We are passing the fixed rate parameter, and in time in millisecond. So let's go to our code, and this is the example of fixed rate scheduler. And just start it. So what it say, it start the task on a specific time interval, but here we can see that the second task it not started until the first task end. Okay, so it is not working what we discuss. So yes, because there is one more concept is there which we need to discuss regarding the fixed rate scheduler. And what is that? Like a sample code of the executing the task on every second for the application startup, but it would not work as expected, right? Because scheduled tasks don't run in parallel by default. So even if we used fixed rate, the next task won't be invoked until the previous one is done. So by default, this is the functionality of the Spring Boot Scheduler, that it can't run the task in parallel, means without ending of the first task it will not start the second task. So this is the default rule of Spring Scheduler. But if we want to achieve this parallel scheduling, then we need to use the two more annotations. Like if we want to support parallel behavior in scheduled task, we need to add at enable sync and at sync annotations. So at enable sync annotation, this is used on class level, and at sync annotation we use on method level. And just by using these two annotations, this is the same example here. We add these annotations here at enable async, and on method level we add this at sync annotations. So just do it to achieve the parallel scheduling. So on this class level, at enable sync, at enable sync annotations, and this is the example of fixed rate with parallel executions. So so just comment this code of fixed rate and then use this code fixed rate with parallel execution. Okay, here we just add the two annotation. First annotation is on class level at enable sync annotations, and second annotation is on method level at sync annotation, and here we pass the fixed rate 1000 millisecond, and the rest of the things are same in as you seen on previous example. So let's start this application and see the parallel scheduling. Like when it ends the loop, it will print this schedule end statement. So now it will start the more than one thread simultaneously. Now you can see it start that thread simultaneously, enter, and after 10 seconds the first thread ends, and like the other things is going on. So this is the example of fixed rate with parallel scheduling. You can see here, like again if we start, so our first task would will end in 10 seconds, but without waiting for 10 seconds, it just started the new task also. Okay, okay, now we move to our next scheduler, which is initial delay scheduler. The initial delay is the time after which the task will be executed the first time after the initial delay value. Means it just initially just wait for this time period, and then it execute the task first time. So this is the initial delay, and after executing the task, it would not wait again for this initial delay, because it is for the only starting phase only. So let's move to our this example, initial delay example. So just comment it and remove this annotation because now it is not required. So this is the example of fixed delay with initial delay. Just uncomment it. Here in add scheduled annotation, we are passing two values. One is fixed delay and the second one is initial delay. So when this application is started, first it wait for 9 seconds and then execute this method, and after ending this method it will wait for 1 second and then execute the second time, and it will go on so on. So let's start this application and see what output it print. So as you can see, now the application is started, but now it is waiting for the 9 seconds to start this scheduler. So after 9 seconds, now it is started that scheduler, and it will print from 0 to 9 and then wait for 1 second and then again started the same things. So okay, so this is the example of initial delay. And let's move to our next concept in Spring Boot scheduling, and this is Java cron expressions. So what is cron expressions? Cron expressions are used to configure instance of cron trigger, a subclass of org.quarters.trigger. A cron expression is a string consisting of 6 or 7 sub expressions or 6 or 7 fields that describe individual details of the schedule. So the field separated by white space and can contain any of the allowed value with various combination of the allowed characters for that field. So before going to this example, we just look the few concept of cron expressions. So here in this table, the cron expression allow field and values in the expected order. So this is the order for defining a cron expressions. So first it define the second, and it is required, and the allowed value is from 0 to 59, and allowed character are this star, dash and comma and slashes, and second field is minute, then hours, then date of month, then month and day of week, and then year, but it is not required, it is not mandatory. So this first 6 fields are mandatory, and this is the allowed values. Like for day of month, allowed value is 1 to 31. And just move to the next. Cron expressions. Cron expressions can be as simple as this one or as complex as this. So this is the one example of cron expressions, and here are the some more example of the cron expressions. So for this, first one is for second, then minute, then hours, then day of month, and then month, and then this is for weekdays. Okay, so here we are just using a 12 the place of second, minute and hour, means 12 hours. So fires at 12 p.m. every day. And second expressions 10:15. So it fires at 10:15 a.m. every day. So these are the same. You can use question mark or asterisk value because these are the allowed values. And same and same things is here. And in this it is used on year. It is used 2005. So fires at 10:15 a.m. every day during the year 2005. So here is the many examples of this cron expressions. Now we move to our example, code example. First comment this and move to our next. This is the example of cronJob scheduling. So in cronJob scheduling, we just define one expressions, and on the basis of this expressions, our scheduler work. So here I am giving just one hint, like first position is for second, and the second position is for minute, then hours, then day of month, then month, and then weekdays. So here I am using all star. It means it will work for all second, all minute, all hours, all day of month, and all month, and all weekdays. Means it execute always. It execute every second. So let's start this application and see the output. It will execute on every second till our application is started. Like you can see, it will execute on every second. Okay, and it will not stop until our application terminated. So you can see, and let's change one thing in this. So like hours and day of month. So here today is the 25th. So just I am writing here 25th, means it is always executing only on each month on the 25th days of each month. Let's started it. Same result. Okay, and one more thing. Here we can also pass the weekdays also, because it is the sixth place. It is reserved for the weekdays, and today is Sunday, so we can pass here Sunday. So it will run on every month 25th, and if there on 25th, if there is Sunday weekdays. So start this. And you can see here the same result. So in this way you can make this expression by your own also, and this way you can achieve a scheduler concept in Spring Boot. Thank you for watching this video.